Is it going?
Oh, yeah, that's going.
Okay, I'm going to tell a story of my first experience being pregnant with my first child, Cherie.
Yeah, I remember that. That's why
I went to this doctor. I'm not going to say his name, but I went to a doctor that was quite young. It was with a medical group that, when I went in and they tested me and told me that I was pregnant, I was definitely pregnant, and I said, okay, what do I do from here? And he says, well, he gave me like this complete exam, like complete from head to toe, breast exam, pelvic exam, internal exam. He was very thorough because he was a new doctor. He's like very, very thorough. And I got embarrassed because after he examined me, he turned red, like bright red. And he was embarrassed. And I realized that I was like his first patient for examining for a pregnant woman. I didn't know the difference between a family doctor and a baby doctor. What do you call a baby doctor?
Pediatric.
No, an obstetricianist, or what are they called?
Yeah.
Baby doctor?
Obstetrician.
Okay, I didn't know the difference. So I thought any doctor I could be under their care for my pregnancy. So I just assumed I'd be keeping going to him. So I said, okay, and he was just so, I could tell that he'd never done one before. He was so embarrassed and trying to hide it, but he couldn't hide it.
Yeah, I remember. He was a very nervous doctor.
And he was really nervous doing this whole exam, and it kind of freaked me out because he's breast examining me and doing all this stuff, you know? And it kind of made me nervous because he was acting nervous. And then when I said, okay, well, when's my next appointment with you? And he goes, you want to come back to me? Really? You want to come back to me? He got way too excited it kind of freaked me out. Like, oh my God, it's like, did you just get out of medical school? Am I his very first case as far as a baby doctor? And so I said, well, yeah, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? I didn't know I was supposed to go to like a baby doctor.
It doesn't even have the window in the
So I kept going back to him for like 8 months, and then I said I wanted that ABC room where you have the regular bed and everything. Now you have to be a candidate for the ABC room. You have to be, the doctor has to say you're healthy and everything to have the baby natural with no medication, just all those things. And they don't normally let first time mothers do it. Well, he had agreed that he would do it up until like I'm 8 months pregnant, and he says, I don't want to do the ABC room. It's just not, I can't see. There's not enough light. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because there's not enough light and I just can't see and I might make a mistake. And now that freaked me out. And I was like, okay, this doctor has never delivered a baby, maybe even. He was just like so scared and freaked out at delivering my baby. And I thought, I want to go to a doctor who can do it with their eyes closed. Not a doctor that's worrying about poor lighting. And I want a doctor that can just do it blindfolded, not, you know. So I realized this doctor never delivered a baby, and I got really scared, and he saw that I got scared. So then he goes, I can't deliver your baby. I'm going to refer you to an obstetrician or someone else. So that's when he referred me to Dr. Chapman. He literally refused to see me anymore. Referred me to Dr. Chapman, and then I just cried because I thought, this guy let me go to him for 8 months. I built this relationship with him and thought that he would deliver my baby, and he just ditched me at the last minute to go to some doctor I didn't know. And by the way, every time I went in for an exam, he did that. He did a complete exam. He did the breast exam. He did the internal exam. It was like I was being filled out every time, like totally. And every time he seemed like embarrassed, like, you know, and he couldn't help like looking like a little bit, you know, like, wow, I get to touch the body of this female. That was the look on his face. That's why I'm not going to say his name, because I think he was just new and couldn't hide his newness. But that made me feel really kind of weird. That's weird. I'm glad I'm leaving. But I cried. But once I went to Dr. Chapman, who did lots and lots of them, he ended up delivering Cherie in the ABC room. He agreed to do it. He couldn't believe that the other doctor, which, like I said, I don't want to mention his name, that he had given me iron pills the whole pregnancy. I was constipated, and he says, why is he giving you iron pills? And I said, because he says I'm so white, I must be anemic. And he says, you are not anemic. You have way too much iron in your blood. And then my poor baby, it made all her baby teeth come in black because of the iron that the inexperienced doctor that I went to for 8 months had told me to take, which was actually bad for the baby and bad for me. So it wasn't until 8 months, I'm trying to be good about taking my prenatal vitamins with iron, that I didn't need them, and I suffered with constipation the whole time again, yeah, because the doctor didn't know what he was doing, and he was new. But then I went to, like I said, once I stopped taking those iron pills, I was fine, but poor Cherie had to suffer. Her baby teeth came in black.
So that's over.
And it wasn't until her baby teeth came out.
We're done.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't until Cherie's baby teeth came out, that all the black teeth fell out, that her new teeth did come in good. Luckily, they came in nice and white and pretty, but oh man. So that was my experience with my first pregnancy. I learned my lesson. I went straight to Dr. Chapman with my second baby and my third baby, and was happy ever after with my baby doctors.
Okay.
The end. was the whole story.